Welcome. Today, we have some special. So, I've seen a video just recently of someone defending all the Disney characters, Disney villains. They defend all the Disney villains. And so basically, I kind of want to do the same thing, but my own way. But I'm going to do it in the JoJo. So, here we go. We're going to defend every single villain from the JoJo universe. It doesn't matter how bad they are. It doesn't matter how shit they are. It doesn't matter if some of them are, you know what. But I think it warrants a review. But anyway, I think what the most easiest part I think I can come up with is obviously part one. But still, we're gonna include minor characters, but that'll be for part three. This is part one so far. Well, I don't know if I'll do multiple parts, but whatever. This is gonna be part one. This is gonna be talking about every JoJo character that I see in the game, in this game right here. And then in the next part, if I finish this part, like if I finish this, then it goes on to to the characters that I didn't mention. So for now, it's all the game thing. So basically, yeah. So first up, the first villain, Dio Brando. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I want the truth and nothing but the truth. Let's go. Okay, Dio Brando, part one. So we're gonna do different actions for different parts. So for example, Dio from part one and Dio from part three. So Dio from part one is actually the most defendable villain I can actually come up with. Well, actually, so far, but I will defend all of them. Anyway, so Dio Brando has been grown up as a poor fucking person, as a poor kid, as obviously, of course, his father, a drinker, abused him for most of his life. And also, whenever he plays a game of chess, and whenever he wins, even if he wins, he gets abused, bullied, and comes to that, whenever his father died, he spits on his grave. Now, the legal implications is that Dio needed a mother figure because when Dio Brando's mother died, that's what made the shift into his father becoming a thief and to steal try to steal the mask, but then all of a suddenly George was confused and thought he was saving his life, so Dio got granted the permission to get to the Joe Star's mansion, and I think what Dio did in his innocence, in his defense, when Jonathan was doing what you call it, the Ogre Street on his own, acted on his own, he Dio Brando protected and kept his father safe. Well, his adoptive father safe. Tried to keep his adoptive father safe. And then when he seen the stone mask and he seen that it was quote unquote springing with spikes on the back, he kind of got an idea. He didn't know what the implications of the mask was, and so when he put it on to unsuspecting people, he didn't know what it was going to do to them. So what happened was they became zombies. Now, now you can't blame Dio for that. Like again, you can't blame Dio for that. That's the defense. Because if that's the case, then if that's the case, then Will Sapelli will be arrested as well. Cause he doesn't know what to do with his own powers, with Jonathan's own power. Now, Dio was a kid, obviously, of course, so he didn't know the power implications of the Stone Mask. So he was like, you know what? Let's see what this does. And two
皮肉
innocent
なもの
people
だ
died. Yeah, two innocent people died.
奴はまた来るぞすぐにまた攻撃してく
But
る
if he only knew the implications of what the Stone Mask did, then he would have actually tried to not do that instead. So, Dio is innocent. He was trying to. And also, about the kissing with Irina. Again, Jonathan's a young boy. Jonathan needs to understand that Irina is not his. Irina is a woman of her own strength. She can come up with any man she wants, right? So, when Dio kissed her, that wasn't an act of vengeance. It was an act of wanting. So, instead of blaming Dio for everything, here's the points of it being defended. And you come up with your own conclusion. And all this stuff about him becoming a vampire and rejecting his humanity. Come on. Look. He's a vampire. He can't fucking control himself. He couldn't control himself. Again, when he put the mask on him, he thought he was going to turn into a zombie. Of course. Like, he thought he was going to turn into a zombie. Because his life was meaningless to him. So, when he rejected his own humanity, guess what happened? He got controlled over by the vampirism. So, you can't really blame him for his actions, really. So you can't really blame him for his actions. And, so, I have evidence. Hold it! I have evidence of Dario Brando's abuse and his thing. His bowl of brandy, he hit it over the head with Dio, and shards of it went into his head. There's blood there. So, Dio is always a human. Like, even if the vampirism and all that stuff, he can still bleed, can he now? So, why do we all just say with me, he's not guilty? He's not a guilty man. He was just a man born and raised abused. And do you think a man born and raised abused is guilty? No. Anyway, next up. Oh my god. Oh. Next up, the Pillarmen. We're just gonna say all of them. I don't give a fuck. I can't just defend each and one of them individually. Um, the Pillarmen. Now, their ultimate goal is to obtain ultimate life form, because their weakness is sunlight, right? They don't want to die. They are the most enhanced species ever. They created the stone mask. They're the most enhanced species ever. Like after like they're the most enhanced species ever, and they took 1,000 years of slumber just to obtain that goal. Like we're humans as well. Like we want to obtain our goals as well, and what we do with those goals is what matters the most, right? So, Pillarmen are innocent. All they wanted to do was to get rid of their own weaknesses and become stronger. Of course, like why can't like everyone wants to do that. Everyone wants that. Like everyone wants a goal to become stronger. Everyone wants to have a goal to be strong, and they want to perfect humanity. Like perfect. Like humanity's not perfect, but with their views and their circumstance, also Carr's visions his own people as weak. Like he envisions his own people as weak, and he doesn't want that to happen to humanity. Like he doesn't want anything to happen to humanity. And hold it! He saved a dog from getting car crashed. Yes, indeed. When a car was gonna crash into a dog, guess what Cars, the innocent man, did? He saved his life. When there was that car driver was a drinking driver or was on fucking drugs, right? Okay, so we got that. That's the evidence that Cars is a good man. Now, I don't know about you, but dogs are a man's best friend. Are a man's best friend. Now, if you think that he is going to, I don't know, enslave the humanity, well, then why does he save these why does he save these life forms? You see, he cares about life forms. He in the ultimate life form, he becomes the most ultimate life form, and he understands what to do, how to save humanity, how to protect humanity. So at the end of the day, he's innocent. So he's not guilty. Fuck's sake. Right, bar trait. Fuck's sake. Oh, I'm gonna go to hell for this. Ugh. Um. Do we count him as a villain? No, I won't. You know what? I won't count him as a villain because he starts to become like more like a hero near the end, and like, of course, Araki considers him to be a hero because like he was almost about to be a Stardust Crusader. I won't count him. Fuck up. I won't count him. Okay, Pet Shop. I'm gonna defend Pet Shop. Let's go. All right. Hold on. Just give me 2 seconds to prep. Sorry, after having a depressing act of courage, let's just say, Pet Shop. Now, of course, it's Dio's pet, but we all know that Dio's pet has a mind of his own. Now, do we? Yes, it does. It has a mind of its own. And it's technically a god, an Egyptian god. Now, I don't know about gods, but we do need gods. Like, think about it. To add to the actual the order of chaos and all that stuff, we have to have this natural flow. If we kill these gods, what will happen? Of course, all that stuff will be gone. And Pet Shop, the god of sky, who knows what happens if you proceed him as guilty? We can get no more sky. What if we kill him and he gets red sky? We get red sky forever. Or how about hold it, orange sky? Yes, in Mario there's orange sky everywhere. So Pet Shop's death subsequently fueled Mario's change. So killing Pet Shop made a difference in the world. So, do you really want that to happen? To have the sky to be orange forever? No, I don't think so. Not just that. Oh, not just that. Again, Pet Shop was guarding Dio's property. Again, like when there's two dogs were trying to get into Dio's property, he was just defending it. Like, of course, he was defending it. Like, would you have to fucking prosecute a guard dog for defending your home? No, of course not. You wouldn't. That's Dio's property now. That is Dio's property. He took it. He took the property and he owns the property now. So that's why the Stardust Crusaders are actually technically home invasions. Home invaders. And they could be prosecuted 10 years in prison. So, Pet Shop is only guarding the place, is only guarding the property. And defense, self-defense as well. Iggy was trying to kill Pet Shop, and Pet Shop acted in self-defense. So, not guilty. Not guilty. Vanilla Ice! Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm gonna die for this. Anyway, Vanilla Ice. Okay. He's a nice man. He's really loyal to Dio. He's really loyal to Dio. He's really loyal to Dio. And his way of making alright. So again, just like Pet Shop, he was defending the property. The Stardust Crusaders invaded Dio's property. That is Dio's property. And again, Vanilla Ice acted in self-defense. Again, here's some proof. Objection! Shing, jing, jing. After the Crusaders kill Tenor Sax, and Adams, whatever his name is, that means they killed someone on Dio's property. They killed Dio's, well, it's his minions. However, they're living beings as well. They're living people as well. Like, they have to be. They are living people. So, killing someone else on someone else's property, do you really think that's a good thing? No. Like, you have to act in self-defense. So, what Vanilla Ice was doing was acting in self-defense. Was basically self-defense. So, when defending against the Stardust Crusaders, the home invaders, Vanilla Ice acted in self-defense. So basically killed Abdul. Yeah, he killed Abdul and he killed Iggy. However, they were invading Dio's home! Invading Dio's property! They're guilty as fuck. They invaded this poor man's property without his permission, without his access of knowing. All that he knew was that Vanilla Ice told him that the Stardust Crusaders are coming. So, Vanilla Ice has to act in self-defense, like guards the place. You wouldn't prosecute a guilty bodyguard now, would you? No. See? Vanilla Ice is a bodyguard. Because Dio is prominent. He is innocent. He needs protecting from the Crusaders. but we'll get to him later. But still, Vanilla Ice is innocent. Mariah. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Okay. Mariah. She's very loyal to Dio. Again, well, she's not in Dio. She wasn't in Dio's property. Yeah, she wasn't in Dio property. However, she was protecting Dio. Again, she's the same thing as Vanilla Ice. She's a bodyguard. Now, yeah, she's outside of Dio's property. However, she's also a god. She's also a goddess. She's Basset, the goddess of electricity. No, it was fertility and all that stuff and all that fuck stuff. Whatever. She's a god of fertility, right? Basset is the god of fertility. We all know that. The goddess of fertility. However, again, like I said with Pet Shop, what if we do proceed her as guilty and kill her, then all goes away. All babies go away. There'll be no more babies anymore. She is a goddess. And she was defending Dio. Again, she's a bodyguard. Again, like with Vanilla Ice, she's defending Dio by using her powers and try to kill the Joestar. Objection! 1 minute. So, Mariah, when she was using her ability, what did Joseph and Abdul did? They did some, let's just say, quote unquote, close contact with each other. Yeah. So when Mariah was innocent and running away, what was Joseph and Abdul doing? Doing some public indecency. They were doing a public indecency. They were having, in front of millions of witnesses. So, and she had no involvement with it. She had no involvement with it. She was gone. So, those two are guilty. She is not. She is innocent. She's just defending Dio. And when she was running away, guess what Joseph and Abdul were doing? They were doing some public indecency. They were having in front of everybody. She's innocent. Dio from part 3. For fuck's sake. Okay. Dio has lived for over 100 years. 100 years, mind you. He has a lot of mindset. He has a lot of experience of knowing what to do in life. And also, he tries to forgive himself. Like, this is like we're not well it's still not the we're still going to count part 6 because part 6 is still between the times of part 3 and part 4. You get what I mean? Like, it was a secret meeting between Poochie and Dio, but still, anyway, yeah. So there was a secret meeting between Poochie and Dio wanted to change. He wanted to attain heaven. Like, all of us. We all want to obtain heaven, don't we? So, whenever Dio was training his stand and giving a message to Poochie, which is a priest, by the way, he is a guaranteed priest, so he forgives him. He forgives his vampirism. Like, he forgives himself from the first one. Yeah, the first one was innocent, but still, he needs to learn a bit more. Like, he needs to learn his foolishness from part 1. Again, he needs to be he was foolish in part 1, but now he's learned over time to overcome those challenges and to obtain heaven with Poochie. However, the Crusaders had a different plan. They wanted to break into his house and kill him. Now, does that sound like innocent to you? Does that sound like Innocent? No, they don't sound like that. That doesn't sound like innocent whatsoever. So what Dio was trying to do was defend his home, defend his property. Again, he has a lot of pride. Again, we're all like that. We all have that little pride. What if someone breaks into your house and tries to kill you? You wouldn't be happy. No, you wouldn't be. So you know what you do? You kill them. Because the Constitution says you can defend your home with a weapon. So I defend Dio. Dio is not guilty by any means. He has the structural integrity to show us and to tell us everything about the past life, about history, about philosophy, about understanding each other and to become better people. If you kill this man, if you perceive him as guilty, you are killing every future version of humanity. Humanity has to survive, and humanity has to endure. So, with Dio's help, we could possibly go towards the future and find salvation. He is a man of God, and he wants to obtain heaven for all of us. So he's not guilty. Kara Yoshikage. Ah, this is easy. He wants a quiet life. Like, do you think that people in his age want a loud, obnoxious people around the place? No. He wants to have a quiet life. He wants to have order. He wants to have understanding. Again, Josuke. Oh, hold on. Objection. No, Josuke and Jotaro were rummaging through Kira's house. Now, Kira had no understanding about this. No, Kira didn't know that this was happening. Would you think you allow someone to go into your house, rummage through your house, and see your belongings? No, you wouldn't like that. That's all his personal stuff. That is his personal stuff. That's his personal house. And there's an argument, a case argument, if I mind you, that if he did kill Josuke and Joro in his house, well, his father, if his father did, then it'd be totally up to self-defense, defending his property. Again, that's his property. That's his quiet life. Like, he wants to obtain quiet life. Again, like all of us, we all want quiet life. We all are annoyed about children in airplanes, don't we? Like, we get annoyed about babies in airplanes. So, we are regulated to agreeing with Yosuke, Kira. So when Kira wants a quiet life, you also want a quiet life as well. He's a businessman as well. Like, he's a business employee, and the Kame store, grocery store, also agrees. He is a employee of the month. He's employee of the year. If you perceive him as guilty, even though he's committed no crimes, then you're potentially missing out a well-timed employee. He is great employee. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He just has his normal life. And hold it! During his conversation with Shigechi, he was saying that his doctor also said there was nothing wrong with him. So we also have to enact with the professionals. Since there's nothing majorly wrong with him, he is a perfect man. He's a quiet life. He just wants to have a quiet life. Like, like you would want to have a quiet life with Mario. Mario is chaotic, fucking insulting. People are insulting him. Like, anyone who influences his quiet life, breaks his quiet life, do you think he has any defense? Yes, he obviously does. He has to defend himself. Again, he has to defend himself. And all this stuff about him being a serial killer, come on. He's not a serial killer. He's a man with vision. He wants to see himself in second place. Not first place, but second place. And he has no pride. He has no ego. That's what today's problem is. Josuke has ego. We can't even say he has shit hair, because if we say he has shit hair, he'll try to kill us, even if we're innocent or not. Now, does that sound like a hero to you? No, that doesn't sound like a hero to me. That sounds like a raging maniac to me that enacts fits of violence against someone for insulting someone else's hair. Now, yeah, granted, his hair looks like a fucking dog pile. However, just because we insult his hair does not mean we deserve to get fucking amputated or to get lobotomized. Do we? No, we don't deserve that. So, Kira is innocent. And if he's not innocent, then Josuke is not innocent then. Because Josuke, all he's doing is attacking innocent people, attacking these people that always insult his hair. Now, does that sound like a calm person, or does that sound like a violent person? Well, Kira here does his own thing. He goes to work, he goes to bed, he does his work, he does everything. So he has a quiet life. So which one is not innocent? Which one is innocent? The man that is quiet, or a man that will kill you if you insult his hair? See, Kira's innocent, and I'm not gonna count Kosaki because that's the same as Kira. Akira, I mean, he is the same color. Okay, now it's the time to defend Akira. Now, Akira is a nice man. He's a nice man. Again, Josuke isn't innocent. As we said before with Kira, he is a violent man with acts of rage. And Akira, he's a guitarist. He plays for the people. He plays for a stage. He wants an audience. Again, he wants an audience. Like his rock career didn't probably start out as good. Like his rock career didn't start. Also, he doesn't have. He didn't kill those people. He didn't really kill those people. He didn't kill Okiyasu's brother. No, he didn't. He didn't kill Okiyasu's brother. He didn't. Like, also, we're gonna say the stands are their own individual beings, right? They're their own fine spirits. They have their own mindset. So Red Hot Chili Pepper here is a great example. He is long range, and he got Kosaki into electrical pole. So Red Hot Chili Pepper was acting on his own. Again, he was acting on his own. Rogue. Again, Akira has no control over Red Hot Chili Pepper. Again, he could possibly try to control it. Like, fair use to him if he tries to control it, but still, he can't control it. So, maybe Red Hot Chili Pepper was trying to save Josuke from Okuyasu's brother. Because Okuyasu's brother was trying to kill Josuke. Yes, he was trying to kill Josuke. However, he's technically a hero. Technically. But still, I think he's not a hero. He's a villain. He wants to kill his father. So, he's a villain, of course. But in everyone else's eyes, he's a hero. But Akira had to defend Josuke, and what does he get in return? A punch in the face by Josuke. So I think that's bad form. Like, what happens if you want to do a job? You do a job for someone else, you defend somebody, and they punch you for defending them, even though you defended them. So, but I am with you, Akira. You are going to be defended against that maniac over there that gets insulted whenever his hair gets insulted and kills people whenever he gets insulted as well. So, realistically, Akira is nice. Akira wants to be a guitarist. He wants to play for an audience. He wants the attention. Like, he wants all this. He wants all that. Yeah, that's fine. That's pride. Like, we have to be proud of that. Pride is proud. We need to be proud of this. Like, his parents are proud of him, of the accomplishments and the dreams that he's doing. However, when he insulted Josuke's hair, what did Josuke do? He killed them. An objection, Your Honor. Jing, jing, jing. When Josuke gets insulted the hair, he killed a random man with with a dagger in his fucking stomach. He put a dagger in an innocent man's stomach. So that tells me that Josuke, whenever he gets insulted by his hair, kills whoever he wants. Now does that sound like a sane man? No. He sounds like a serial killer to me. He's the real serial killer in this story. Okay, that's part one. Ah! That's part one. Stay tuned for part two. I wonder if you to do. Not just that. Poochie as well. And worst of all, I think worst of all is gonna be forever and fucking chocolate. I'm gonna defend them too. Anyway, they're all innocent. Help me, Mother of God.